Okay, if you have a Samsung front-loading washing machine like I do here, there's a chance that at some point your little feature that goes right there is going to break. If it does, it's very likely going to look like my broken one, which I'll show you. By the way, there's many videos on YouTube that'll show you how to remove and replace that switch, but we're going to try and fix the switch, and fix it in such a way that it will not break again. Let's start by, where's our cat, by describing what's gone wrong. Okay, here is what that switch assembly looks like. You'll see that I have a clamp holding it together right there. Okay, now if I take that clamp off, you'll see what happens is there's a heavy spring inside of it that's trying to separate the switch. And the company that made this for Samsung, which is appears to be written here, Dual Mechanics, really didn't think very well about what kind of stresses were associated with such a heavy spring and the dynamic load of this thing getting hit by the door cyclically. So what happens is the load gets transferred into the screw and the black part of the switch, and it breaks like you see here. It's supposed to be like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to reconfigure this so it reacts to load differently and will not take the load through these ill-designed plastic clips. See that plastic clip there? There's ones like it here, or there were ones here, and in other places around the switch. They just couldn't take the door closing load. Again, we'll show you when I'm going to do this in segments. So we are at the next phase of the repair. What we've essentially done is we've taken the switch, held it together temporarily. I actually may use it for a little bit longer, but we used just a tie wrap strap to hold the two halves that were getting pushed apart, to hold them together. And then while they were together, what we did is we drilled through this hole. We drilled through this location, and we drilled all the way through, and we put a screw through it. Again, it's going to have to come out because we'll have to install it later on, but you can see the same basic philosophy is there's a number 832, 3/4 of an inch long. People look at these small screws and think they don't have a lot of capability. Actually, a number 8 size fastener can take hundreds of pounds of load, so don't be concerned that it looks small. It's going to be able to react to load a whole lot better than the geometry that's in there right now. Okay, so the next phase is to reassemble our switch back into the washing machine. Again, all we've really done is taken the broken switch, drilled a hole all the way through it, held it together with a tie wrap strap, and we've fit checked the number 832 screw. Make sure, I don't have the number recorded for what the drill size is, but make sure you have a drill size that's going to give you a nice clearance hole, but not too large for a number 8 screw. Okay, everyone, what we've done is we've reversed the removal process and we've installed it back in. Now what we've got is this is the same screw as it was before, a little blind coarse thread plastic screw. So is this. This one we put in, though, is we put in the hole that we drilled all the way through, and it's the 1 3/4 inch long number 832. Now what we did is we had to have a little tie wrap holding the whole switch together, and we left it on temporarily, installed this screw, got this screw started, and then we slipped the tie wrap off the end so we could bring the face of the switch back up against the sheet metal, and then tighten these to reasonable levels, and then we reversed it. So far the hardest part has been putting that stinking spring that holds the seal back into place, but it's a lot like putting a tire on a bicycle. Now if you'll notice, click, 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 just like it's supposed to. Now, the pièce de résistance is to turn the machine on and see if it works.